it's me again, and we are in Arena 3. I'm just going to speed run this through, and we are using the same deck as before in Arena 2, so you guys don't really need to change it, except if you want to change the Valkyrie for a giant. It's really based on personal preference, but like, it's really up to you. If you like Valkyrie, then just use it. Um, but yeah. He places the hut, which is kind of useless because you mainly use it to defend only when they put a giant or something. He just plopped it down way too early, and we just destroyed him. And we're still in the very beginning of Arena 2, so that's gonna be fun and easy as well. All right, if you didn't notice, I did upgrade some of my cards, such as the minion from the wild cards, and yeah, just upgrade whatever card you like. I prefer the minion because if you if you have like over leveled minions, for example, it's kind of hard to take out, especially since it's air and air troop, and we don't really have a lot of air troops in these arenas so far. So yeah, nice win, and let's hop into our next match. All right, versing the best. Let's see if he really is the best. He actually has a clan. Eat my dictionary. Very interesting. Um, Hopefully he's not gonna be Eminem if he loses and starts dissing me. Like I would not tolerate that. But yeah, he is playing all ground troops. Like why? But anyways, just so you know, Giant and Knight are in one single deck is not the best because they basically function sort of the same, but like the Knight attacks troops, but you generally don't want to do that because it's kind of pointless because they basically do the same thing, right? Um, Now I just place the Valkyrie in front of the Mini P.E.K.K.A because mainly you want the Mini P.E.K.K.A to DPS stuff down and Valkyrie to splash onto troops. And just like that, we got his tower to 475 without trying too much. And I'm just going to put my musketeer in the back and reset with everything. I am going to use my minions to tank for the muskie for a bit because the musketeer is kind of useful in this situation. All right, as you can see, it got taken down. We took their mini P.E.K.K.A down, I mean. Now I'm just going to Valkyrie to support the bomber even more. And this should be towered down. He has a level 2 cannon, but like, what's a level 2 cannon gonna do? Actually, it did something. we didn't get any damage, so that kind of sucked. But let's start with let's start doing the same thing. I'm going to place my goblin hut like this. Notice that it's one tile to the left because it just pulls the giants even more. This is one of this is like an intermediate tip if you want to like delay the giant from going to the tower or like make it make it travel a longer distance. Um, but yeah, we have 20 something seconds left, and let's see if we could 3 crown him. If we can, then it's nice. If we can't, then it's whatever, you know. Yeah, this combo is just so deadly because like the mini P.E.K.K.A shreds and then the Valkyrie takes down swarm troops. So this is definitely one of the top decks to use in Arena 3. You don't really need to switch up any cards because like as you can see, this deck still works wonders. And already let's hop into the third match, I think. And his name is You Too Easy. Like we are not easy, bro. You are too easy. But let's see if we can hopefully triple this guy. Why did I say triple? 3 crown this guy. I play too much Clash of Clans if you haven't noticed, but like, yeah. I haven't really played Royale in such a while because of its play to win aspect of the game. So yeah, just recently got back to it. And one more thing to know is that the cannon does not outrange the musketeer. If you saw correctly there, you could rewind if you want, but like the cannon placement right there isn't the best. I'm going to hut like this to like hopefully distract the mini P.E.K.K.A long enough. Okay. Alright, at least we got 3 spear goblins, which isn't too bad. It was a decent trade, I would say, because the spear hut was only 4 elixir for the mini P.E.K.K.A, which is also 4 elixir, so they basically cancel out an elixir. So that's a even trade for the most part. And let's see, I am going to Valk right here because he doesn't have mini P.E.K.K.A in cycle right now. And I'm going to minions just to support the musketeer a little. Alright, he does not arrow correctly, so our minions survive, and that's really nice. Alright, so I'm going to bomb tower like this, and then mini P.E.K.K.A like this, because why not? He wasted his goblins, so that's one of the reasons why I did that. He does play nice though. He diverted the bomber's attention using his own bomber, and he got no damage. We got no damage. So yeah, this is definitely one of the harder matchups because I'm sure he's an experienced player as well. So yeah, let's see if we could break through right now. Going to Muskies right here. That was not a great play because our mini P.E.K.K.A just shreds his Valkyrie. All right, now we could apply even more pressure. Yeah. So just so you know, a normal Arena 3 player does not play like this. This guy is just experienced, so that's why he's playing like that. And basically, he just has more knowledge overall compared to the average Arena 3 player. And that's why we're playing a longer match at this point. And he might drop his mini P.E.K.K.A really soon because he needs to defend. All right. It seems he's not winning at all, and he is too easy for us instead of us being too easy for him. Yeah, another terrible. Like, why would you do that? Okay, going to use my mini P.E.K.K.A to take his mini P.E.K.K.A down, and he's going to arrow that side, which is decent for us because we are trying to get his left side tower while he's targeting our right side tower, so that doesn't really make sense for him to do that, and we are about to win this match. So I'm going to fireball a 3 HP tower, so it's kind of weird, but it's a great way to end this off, I guess. So yeah, change your name to I will lose to you if if that's if that name fits. Um, but yeah, another decent win. He's definitely experienced, like I said. Let's go to our 5th match. I'm not sure. Like I lose count really fast, as if I have dementia or something. But let's see. For this match, I'm just going to use my bomber, and then he responds with mini P.E.K.K.A. It's a level 6 mini P.E.K.K.A, but it doesn't really matter because we have our Princess Tower supporting it. Alright, he arrows that for some reason. I guess it's an okay play because that means our bomber won't get any damage on his tower. Alright. The reason I put minions there was to DPS down his goblins faster so that he doesn't support it even more later on. And already he spent like 6 elixir. The knight and the cannon are both worth 3, and then as well as the bomber, so 8 elixir spent while we're not really doing too much. So that means we are up by quite a bit of elixir, and what this means is that it allows you to push, create a very large counter push like this. And even if he has arrows for my minions, our mini P.E.K.K.A will still get through. And as you can see, we have way too much splash answers, the mini P.E.K.K.A and the Valkyrie. will literally take his troops down really fast. And as you can see, we already took his princess tower down. And right now, we might as well just try to triple him because he doesn't really have any great answers for our cards. Okay, going to use my Goblin Hut for now because it's going to distract the P.E.K.K.A for quite a bit. And I am going to use my Valkyrie here to tank for the Musketeer. Alright, what is he trying to do? That's not going to work because my Spear Goblin Hut is still alive and he can't really do too much. Alright, so I'm going to just spam more bombers down. And this is like a easy triple. I mean 3 crown once again. And he is not too happy about it. And but I'm very happy about that. Anyways, hop into our next match against Kaku. Very weird name, but I'm not sure if that's like a Japanese name or something, but it's interesting, needless to say. All right, so he's going to cycle stuff in the back, which kind of I kind of appreciate because he's actually playing somewhat decently. Um, all right, that's a good mini P.E.K.K.A or a decent mini P.E.K.K.A by him because um, he knows like how to support his giant push compared to the other people who just spam random stuff at the bridge and get no damage. All right, the archer might lock on. Okay, it does. They do. Going to mini P.E.K.K.A this. Really easy defense. And this is what I was saying, how they were dropping random stuff at the bridge for no reason. And Buddy just wasted 5 elixir for no reason. And we get a full musketeer on the tower with full health, you know. Yeah, we just gotta play this game slowly and you will literally win every match or like close to every match unless like they have over leveled cards, which they truly shouldn't have, to be honest. But like I'm going to arrows that down and we will be able to take this tower down pretty nicely. All right, he kind of fireball late. I do not recommend him fireballing like that because he should just let that thing go. And yeah, I'm going to reset the musketeer once again. That was not a great spear goblin hut. I'm supposed to be saying goblin hut, but like I call it spear goblin hut because it spawns spear goblins. But yeah, it's quite interesting. He has 2 buildings actually. I didn't really notice because like that's kind of bizarre, or like, you know. All right. Now I'm just going to cycle Musketeer now. If you don't feel confident like taking his tower down or if he's defending very well, just just keep defending because they won't be able to break through. And as you can see, he just sacrificed his archers onto our Valkyrie. And he said well played. I guess I'll give him a thanks. Uh and yeah, we are easily able to triple him once again, hopefully. Maybe one. Okay, we do at the nick of time, and let's hop into our next match. Okay, we are against Skibus 1. What kind of name is that? Okay, I'm not going to judge the names anymore. Let's just focus on the gameplay. What the frick? Okay, this guy, if you guys didn't notice, he already wasted like 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 elixir, while we only wasted, well, not wasted, but like we used 6 elixir so far. Okay, he's going to do that. Going to arrows because the Spear Goblin Hut is really annoying to deal with. Unfortunately, though, we did not get damage. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is to just use my Goblin Hut like this once his cage pops. Okay, what the heck? Okay, just going to do it like this so that once the cage pops, his Goblin Brawler will pop out, and we will summon quite a lot of Spear Goblins, and just let our Spear Goblins group up and take his Spear Hut down, um, which is the best play, I would say. All right, now that it's down, we could. Okay, I did not mean to press the bomber down there. Um, it's because of my iPad. I just placed like two hands on it, and then my finger accidentally just presses over there for some reason. All right, so yeah, he wasn't able to defend because we have way too many cards down on the in their in their arena, and for now I'm just going to defend because his spear goblin, as you can see, is really his spear goblin hut is actually really annoying to break through. So like I might as well, right? All right, our spear goblins are locking onto his hut, which is pretty nice to take that thing down. And then we are still rolling with the spear goblins, which is pretty nice. I put the Valkyrie in the pocket just to apply more pressure as well as tank for my support troops. Didn't really work the best, but like it still worked out. And then I'm going to place my musketeer here to snipe the giant, since musketeer is a long range unit, you know. And he kind of fireballed like two spear goblins, which is not ideal for him. Our mini P.E.K.K.A takes the mini P.E.K.K.A down, which is nice. And I'm going to just spam even more in the center of the board and take his other tower. Unfortunately, we won't be able to take his. Oh, never mind, we do. So well played. We say thanks, and let's get on to the next one. Okay, we are against BLSTI. What? Okay. Anyways, I think I'm going to psych or put my mini P.E.K.K.A in the back, and then act to be fair, I could fireball that. Okay, I'll fireball that right now. Oh my god, that's huge value. I'm going to arrows that for some decent damage. This might be tower down actually. Okay, 17 HP, pretty nice. The reason I didn't really go for fireball is because I wanted to see if he wanted to place any more cards down, and he did in our, which was favorable for us, and we were able to get a ton of fireball value. So sometimes waiting for them to place even more cards near the radius of the fireball would be like pretty nice or huge, so that the fireball gets like a lot of value. Um, yeah, he's still level 3 though. Con- Maybe congrats to him for like staying level 3 and reaching arena 3. But like the whole point of this this walkthrough is to just get our to just progress as fast as possible, regardless of our level. Our level doesn't really have to be like under leveled to be impressive or whatever. But like as long as you make it to the next arena, you're good to go. If you know what I mean. Unfortunately, the bomber doesn't splash onto the archer, which kind of sucks. And I'm going to put down the musketeer in the back, and then goblin hut down low. This is the lower position, so that the mini P.E.K.K.A would have to walk greater distance to take our spear goblin down. So yeah, basically the mini P.E.K.K.A will be distracted forever because our 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 spear goblin will just keep spawning and preventing it from taking down the hut. And I'm going to set another one just to be annoying. I'm going to Fireball though. This is huge value, by the way. Um, didn't really hit the knight, but the knight isn't our primary target. It was the musketeer. And I might have to just place this in the pocket. I think we could have three-crowned him, but like, it's whatever. And let's go into our next round, into the next round. So far, I would say they got a little bit better, but like not that, it's not that significant, you know? But they do somewhat know how to pressure now, which is kind of nice for us because we don't want to like um like take down the like you know, I don't want to repeat the same things over and over. And yeah. All right, so he has barbarians. Barbarians aren't the best cards in the game. So that's kind of nice for us, and that's why I bring the bomber as well, just in case they have something funny going on up in their sleeves. Hope you guys don't hear the car engine in the background. I'm not sure who that was, but yeah, we are somewhat down in damage, but I think that's fine because we will slowly take the tower. The reason we did we we lost a lot of health was because I didn't have the spear hut down. Like I'm calling this building like different names every time for some reason, even though the real name is the Goblin Hut. That's it's kind of interesting or like weird by me. But anyways, we do take their tower down because of how many spear goblins we had produced by the hut. So that's nice. Now I'm going to hopefully triple him now. I know I'm yapping a lot and I don't know, I just yap a lot by nature because like I just over explain things sometimes. But yeah. Alright, so I could minions right now and then musketeer again. Like the most important thing to worry about right now is his mini P.E.K.K.A, but like it got clapped really fast. So that was pretty nice. And as you can see, the Valkyrie and the Bomber combo is just so deadly because they both do splash damage. And if they place their Barbarians on top of the Valkyrie, they will literally get shredded. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And yeah, so let's see if we can win this guy. He's level 5 actually. I am going to place my bomber down. He's laughing at me for some reason. I won't let that slide, you know. Okay, he fireballed. Wait, no, he arrows my king tower, so I think he's feeling kind of confident in beating me, but let's see if we're able to win against him. Alright, so he has bomber. He might. Okay, he has this. Going to Valk, I guess, and then back up with the minions. All right, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't know that I'm an experienced player, so that's gonna he's gonna have a fun time learning a lesson to not judge too quickly. Okay, I placed my hut down like this so that the giant has to travel a greater distance. And notice my king tower, it's dealing quite a bit of damage to the giant, so it's really nice for him to activate my king tower for that specific reason. So yeah, he done messed up himself, and we should be able to win comfortably, I would say, as long as we don't mess up in any sort of way. I'm going to minions, and then I might hover my arrows like this to take his minions down. Alright, like, yeah. Sucks to be him. I'll give him the laugh. Yeah, you do not arrow my tower first, buddy. Alright. I am going to bomber now. Alright, he wants to play that lane, so I'll respond the same lane because for now, just defend. Like, defending isn't too hard. I'm going to save my fireball actually because he's going to keep applying. He's going to add up even more troops in that lane soon. Alright, actually I don't really need to fireball because we took everything down. And only fireball if you really can't defend, because the main damage dealer are the physical cards, like and not the spells. So yeah, only use it if you want to get rid of something like super badly. But yeah, other than that, just defend with your troops. It's not like your troops are better than fireballs at countering their cards, if you know what I mean. But anyways, we're going against this guy. I am too lazy to pronounce their name now. And I almost dropped my Valkyrie on accident again. Alright, so for this match, you want to tank for the bomber with your Valkyrie because your Valkyrie is basically a mini tank. And once again, I'm going to tank for the bomber once again. Why did I say once again twice? But anyways, as you can see, the bomber is just being the MVP by dealing with swarm units, and this tower will go bye-bye, which is really nice. And I am going to put my muskie down in the back once again, and then bomber like this. I am going to minions. Actually, no, I'm not going to minions. I don't mind trading the muskies because we're not really pushing at this moment. The reason why we're not pushing is because we don't have the Valkyrie in the hand. Valkyrie is the mini tank, so you kind of need the mini tank or the mini P.E.K.K.A. to actually tank for your troops and have your support troops back them up. So now I can safely push now with my mini P.E.K.K.A. and my musketeer. Drop everything like I don't care. And then yeah, bomber just shreds everything. Like this is why it's the MVP in these early stages of the game. And if you're like an old player, and if you remember like getting the skeleton army in arena 1 or 2, or like used to get it, then you know why the bomber is the MVP. But yeah, I'm going to just spam on the bridge now. Like I don't care anymore. I just want to get this game over with. Hopefully he doesn't drop the barbarian again, because like that takes quite a while to deal with them. Gives us the thumbs up.